Hey Moonies, and welcome to the last episode of Watch Sailor Moon Learn Japanese! So today we are finally finishing episode 1 of Sailor Moon. I have gone through, if this is your first time tuning into this series or me or anything, you should probably go back and watch the previous 7 episodes I've done in this series. I take the very first episode of Sailor Moon Classic and I break it down, and one word at a time I explain what all the Japanese means in English. And I also, from there, because I'm a professional translator, I show you how I might translate that into English for an official release. So if you haven't seen those episodes, go watch them, or maybe go back and watch them after you've watched this video, whatever, just watch them. And let's get started. So when we last left our hero, she was going to the jewelry shop to save Naru. She had just transformed into Sailor Moon. She tried to fight Morga, the Yoma, the monster of the day, to save Naru, but she was kind of getting her ass kicked. She was just not doing very well. She didn't know how to fight. She was like, I'm gonna go home. And then this red rose just shoots into the ground and everything kind of stops. And because we're all Moonies, we know what's going to happen next, but Sailor Moon doesn't, because this is the first episode. So anyway, Dareda! Morga says, Dareda! Dare means who, and da is the rude form of desu, or the plain form of desu. It's not always rude, but it's rude in this case. So dareda, question mark, exclamation point, who are you? Or who's there? 私はタキシード仮面。泣いているばかりでは何も解決しない。セーラームーン。And then Tuxedo Kamen, or Tuxedo Mask, answers, 私はタキシード仮面. So 私は is I, as for me. 私 is really, it's either the feminine version of I, or it is more like the kind of formal, polite version of I. So that is the form of I that Tuxedo Kamen uses on himself, is watashi. Tuxedo Kamen. Tuxedo is tuxedo. Kamen is mask. So localizing him as Tuxedo Mask makes absolutely perfect sense, because that's what it is. Then he says, naiteiru bakari de wa. So naiteiru is the present participle form of naku, which is the verb that means to cry. So naiteiru means is crying, or, is in the state of crying. Bakari means doing nothing but the thing that came before. So naiteiru bakari is doing nothing but crying. Dewa is sort of the polite version of ja. So naiteiru bakari ja, naiteiru bakari dewa. So ja or dewa means by. So by, doing nothing but crying. Nanimo means nothing. Kaiketsu shinai. So kaiketsu suru is to resolve. So kaiketsu shinai is to not resolve. Zo. So zo is a strong ending to a sentence, and you're kind of, teaching somebody. So Tuxedo Kamen is giving her a piece of advice. He's saying, doing nothing but crying, naiteiru bakari de wa, nani mo kaiketsu shinai zo, nothing will be resolved. So nothing will be solved by crying. Sailor Moon. And then Moon says, sonna koto itatte! So sonna means that kind of thing associated with you, the person who's listening to me speak. So sonna koto means that sort of thing that you, Tuxedo Kamen, just said. Itta means said. So sonna koto itta means you said that sort of thing, or that sort of thing that you said. And then small tsu followed by te, that can serve many functions. So sometimes it can just be like a quote, like, 私は眠くないって、彼は言った. That means, like, he said, I'm not sleepy. But in this case, そんなこと言ったって or 言ったって, no matter if you say that thing, you may say that thing, but. So it's like, you may say that thing, but, and usually the but you're wrong, it's that implication. So そんなこと言ったって, I like to translate that as that's easy for you to say, or easier said than done. Because she's really saying, it's like, well, you may say that thing, but it's impossible. The impossible part is implied. Says, Nanda? Which means what the? What? Then Luna says, tiara o totte. Tiara is tiara. O is, it connects the noun with a verb. So we're going to do a verb to the tiara. Totte is the te form of the verb toru, which means to take. So take off your tiara. And, so there's a comma. So the te form of a verb followed by a comma means you're going to do this verb and then you're going to do something else. So, tiara o totte, moon tiara action, to sakende. So moon tiara action is in quotes. It's these words, moon tiara action, to sakende. So sakebu, or you, or any kind of thing that you do with your mouth, sakebu is to scream. So something something to sakebu means scream the words to blah, blah, something something. So in this case, it's scream the words moon tiara action. And then nagete. So she's using the te form of a lot of these verbs because she's listing a procedure of verbs that Sailor Moon is supposed to do. Tiara o totte, sakende, and then nagete. And then it's nagete at the end for throw. It's the te form of nageru, which is to throw something, because in that case it's a command. So it's do this verb, and then do this verb. So tiara o totte, take off your tiara, moon tiara action to sakende, scream moon tiara action, and then nagete, and throw it. And then Moon responds with, Nande sonna koto shinakia ikenai no? So nande is why. Sonna koto. So remember sonna koto from before? That thing of yours. The person who I'm talking to. In this case, it's Luna now. So why that thing of yours, Luna, shinakia ikenai. So shinakia ikenai means you must do this thing or else bad things will happen. So nande sonna koto shinakia ikenai means, and then she adds no at the end to make it a question. It means, why do I have to do this thing that you said, Luna? And then Luna says, ii kara hayaku. Ii kara, ii means good, and kara means because. So, like, literally that means, like, because it's good, but that's not what it actually means. It means, never mind that, just do it, basically. So, ii kara hayaku. Hayaku means quickly. So, never mind why, just do it quickly. Or, never mind why, hurry. And then she says, moon tiara action.
Morga, shikujitta na, baka me.
And then Moon says, uso, which means no way. Uso literally means a lie, but if you say it as an expression or an exclamation like that, it means no way, or get out. Get out! And then Jadeite, who's looking over the scene, says, Morga, shikujitta na. So shikujitta comes from the verb shikujiru, which means to screw up. So shikujitta is the past tense of that. So screwed up, na. It's like, yeah, you screwed that one up. Morga. And then he says, baka me. So baka is a fool. And then me at the end, if you add me to something, like a person's name or fool in this case, it's basically damning that noun. It's like, you damn fool, basically. Or you fool. If he just said baka, he's just saying, how stupid. But if it's baka me, it's like, you fool. Or you damn fool.
見事だセーラームーン。今夜のこと覚えておこう。
And then Tuxedo comes and says, Migoto da, Sailor Moon. Migoto is like excellent, splendid, well done. And then da is the plain form of des. Konya no koto oboete oko. So konya is tonight. No koto. So konya no koto, the things that happen tonight, the things about tonight. Oboete oko. Oboete comes from oboeru, which means to remember. And so oboete oko or oboete oku is, I'm going to put that away in my memory banks. The te oku form of a verb is you're going to do this verb sort of for safekeeping or like for the sake of the future sort of. And then because he's doing the oko version instead of oku, he's like, I think I shall remember this night, the events of this night. I will put them away in my memory banks for later. It's that kind of feeling to it. It's like, because we'll meet again. It's kind of the implication there. It's like, I'm going to remember what happened tonight because, you know, we'll surely meet again. It will surely come in handy that I will remember everything that happened tonight.
よくやったわ、セーラームーン。
And then Luna says, Yoku yatta wa, Sailor Moon. So yoku is the adverb version of I. It's one of those irregular adjectives. So it means well, basically. Goodly, but that's not really a word in English, so well. Yatta is the past tense of yaru, which is to do. So well done. And then wa is a feminine way of ending your sentence with a bit of a flourish. So well done, Sailor Moon. Like sassy. And then Sailor Moon doesn't really care about Luna's praises. She's busy having heart eyes and going, "Steki." So steki. That means wonderful, beautiful, cool. But yeah, especially in the 90s, steki, especially if said like that, a girl about a guy, it means, ooh, he's so cute, or oh, he's so dreamy, oh, he's so hot. Then it's the next day at school. We're in our little epilogue, or little aftermath of the episode. And Naru-chan says, Ne yube. So ne means hey. Yube is last night. Steki na yume o mita no. So here's the steki word again. But in this case, it doesn't mean hot or sexy or cute. It means wonderful, or sometimes romantic even, steki means. So steki na, it is an, whoa, that was somebody jumping on my ceiling. I love living on the first floor. Anyway, she says steki na, because it's a na adjective. So when you're conjugating it, you have to add na. So a wonderful, dreamy, romantic, fantastic, yume, dream. So a steki na yume is a wonderful dream, a romantic dream. O, so steki na yume is the thing that a verb is going to happen to, because there's o after steki na yume. Mita, so mita is the past tense of meter, which is to see. So steki na yume o mita, I saw a wonderful dream. So in Japan, in Japanese, they have the phrase yume o mita or yume o miru, which means literally it means to see a dream or to saw a dream. But we don't say that in English. It sounds weird. We say we had a dream or we have a dream. So yume o mita is had a dream in good English, even though literally it's I saw a dream, it's I had a dream. And then the no at the end is it's like the short version of no des or n des. Steki na yume o mitan desu. Like, hey, guys, big news. It has that like, whoa, let me tell you this thing ending to this sentence. Like, I had this wonderful dream, and oh my God, kind of ending to it. And then she says, seiramun teyu. So again, we have this small tsu followed by te. So, seiramun teyu, this thing, this person called Seiramun. Seigi no senshi. So we talked about seigi and senshi in past episode. I think it was part 6 of this series. Seigi is justice, and then senshi is a warrior or soldier, fighter. So a fighter of justice, warrior of justice, champion of justice I prefer. I just think it sounds better. Ga, so this champion of justice, ga, arawarete, ne? So arawarete is the te form of arawareru, which is to appear. So this champion, this warrior of justice appeared. So notice how it's not arawareta, past tense, it's arawarete ne. She's speaking in present tense, even though it's something that happened to her in the past. Japanese does this a lot, like when they're telling a story, they don't always use past tense, and sometimes they mix up the tenses like you're not supposed to do in English. They'll even though they're telling a story in past tense, they'll throw in a lot of present tense. So, arawarete ne, she's going to go on and say some more things, and she might finish her final verb with a past tense, but as you'll see in a minute, she's not going to finish her final verb with a past tense. She's going to continue with present tense, even though she's talking about something that happened to her in the past. So just something to note. Arawarete ne. So if you do a te form of a verb followed by ne, comma, it's like, so this thing happened, you see, and then more stuff is going to happen. That's kind of what the ne is doing in this case. So this warrior of justice called Sailor Moon, she appeared, right? And then it's that sort of feel to it. Kaibutsu o yatsukeru no. So kaibutsu is monster. Literally means like a monster thing or like a natural thing. So kaibutsu wo, so we're going to do a verb to the kaibutsu. Yatsukeru means to, actually we covered that in former episodes as well. It means like to destroy, to defeat. So defeat monsters, or monster. In this case, it was just monster. It was just Yoma, Morga, just one of them. Yatsukeru no. So again, this whole no ending, like, oh my god, isn't this emphatic thing that I'm talking about, that this totally happened and it's cool. So again, it's still present tense, even though she's telling a story of a dream that she had, past tense, she's still speaking in the present tense, because that's the way Japanese people tell stories sometimes. Student A says, 私も同じ夢見たわ. So, atashi is the feminine, like casual teen girl version of watashi. It's just kind of easier to say, I think, than watashi. So I used atashi when I lived in Japan, even though it doesn't exactly fit my personality. I think it's just easier to say than watashi. Atashi mo, so mo means too. So I also, I too. Onnaji, it's really just onaji, the word onaji, but you're adding the extra n in there just kind of for emphasis. So onnaji yume, so the same dream. Atashi mo, I also, same dream. Mita, saw, wa. So wa, again, it's that feminine sort of ending to a sentence. So I also had the same dream. Or I had the same dream, oh my god! And then student B says, atashi mo! Hey, me too! And then Naru says, fushigi! So is like, whoa, or what? And then shigi is mysterious or surreal or strange. So it's like, whoa, how weird. Like, how weird is that? And then she says, ne, usagi, usagi. Like, hey, usagi, usagi. Kite yo. So the te form of a verb followed by yo, it always means like, please do this verb, but kind of more in a naggy sort of way. So kite is the te form of kiku, which is to listen. So kiteyo is like, listen to me, man. Whoa, listen to me. Come on. It's kind of like, please listen to me, but it's really more like, whoa, you gotta listen to me, kind of feel to it instead. And then Usagi says, urusai na. Urusai means loud and annoying and noisy. And then na is like gee, like, oh man, like gee, or God, you're annoying, or gosh, shut up. Like urusai or yakamashi, sometimes depending on what region of Japan you're in, it just means shut up. Like, even though it literally means you're noisy, it's like, shut up. Atashi tara, so atashi, me, tara, so the small tsu followed by tara. It's kind of like silly something, oh stupid something. So anata tara is like, oh you, or kare tara is oh him, but then watashi tara or atashi tara is like, oh stupid me, or oh silly me, or oh me. Tsukareteiru dakara. So tsukareru is a verb which means to be tired. We went over that in a previous episode as well. Tsukareteiru is the teiru form, which means I am in the state of being tired. I am tired. And then she adds the da kara. So that it's, if you've learned textbooky Japanese, it's like the des. Tsukareteiru desu. Like, I am tired. Because I am tired. You shouldn't, that's why you're being annoying. Tsukareteirun da, you're sort of giving a reason for something. And then dakara is reinforcing that, like, therefore. Mo skoshi, a little bit more, a little bit longer. Nekasete yo. So nekaseru comes from the verb neru, which is to sleep. So neru means like I sleep, if I say watashi wa neru. And then nekaseru means let sleep, to let someone sleep. So nekasete is please let me sleep. So mo skoshi, a little bit more, nekasete. And again, it's that te yo form of a verb. So it's like, come on, just let me sleep a little longer. I'm really tired. And then the very last line of this episode, she says, oyasumi, which means good night. And there you have it. We have made it through the entire first episode of Sailor Moon Classic. I hope you guys learned a lot of grammar, vocabulary, and phrases that you can use and apply in Japanese conversation. I hope that this was illuminating, seeing how Japanese is used in media instead of just in a textbook. Let me know which series you want me to cover next. I'm definitely going to be doing more watch Sailor Moon learn Japanese. I would really like to do something from a future series that has like way more characters in it, like maybe something from S, because that's my favorite season. But I'm also open to suggestions for other anime series. Now, I have to preface this with a disclaimer that it's preferably anime series that are a little older, so I won't get copyright strikes. And it has to be a series that I can pretty easily find the raw version of it online to download. And then also preferably it's a series that I actually like. So, you know, go ahead and send in any suggestions you want of anime series or even just scenes from a particular anime episode that you want me to look at and break down like I did this. Leave the suggestions in the comments or add me on Facebook, Twitter, shoot me an email. Thank you to all of my patrons who make this series and all of the other things on this channel possible. And I do have one little extra in this episode of Sailor Moon that I'm going to post probably in about a month. But until then, 月の光は愛のメッセージ。